You're a wood technician.
Yo, hey, shout out my guy Larry for sending me over the numbers bat.
Oh, what kind of wood is that, bro?
Personally sent me. This is mahogany.
Little birch or dog? Okay.
Yeah, it's from an oak tree. I could tell by the grain here, and the way you could tell the oak tree was swerved. It's kind of when it grew, it was kind of going to the left because you can tell here by the spirals how it's kind of being the curvature here at this angle. When you really line it up, it's probably growing in the same amount from the distance of Earth to Mars.
Whoa.
Yeah. So you could tell it's the tree that they cut was about 65 years after 1942. So yeah, this is a pretty nice solid base for a bat here. I really do enjoy this one.
Damn.
Thank you, Larry June. I appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
Numbers. Good job.
Numbers.
I wonder if I can place it where you can't see it. Never mind. Whatever. Regardless. Anyways, you know what? I'm gonna keep it because I like to have a little fidget spinner. Was you ever into the fidget spinners?
Nah, that was after my time.
Yeah, right. I know you were in college. Fool, look at this shit, dog. On top of your Modelo, just spin it and put it on top of it.
No.
That was definitely you. Yo, you know what's so funny? When I registered for my school, our little goodie bag, we had a fidget spinner with our name on the name. That's how popular fidget spinners were.
What year was this?
2019 when I went to school.
Oh, you went to college in 2019?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
My first year. And it was a fidget spinner with the name of the school.
Well,
It was SAE on it.
Oh, that's sick.
That was kind of sick. And they had sunglasses with SAE that would fold.
Oh, like the classic joints, like the little Ray-Ban looking ones?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Anyways, we're back, guys. I know we took a week off last week, but it was because I was sick. I told Hunger Force Friday or Friday? I don't know. I text you hey, I'm sick right now. My whole family's sick. You're like, nah, I can't be sick. Just hold off till next week.
Yeah,
so we hold off to next week. I'm feeling a lot better now.
I already know how that shit is, bro. You gotta go somewhere all sick and shit. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, well, that's
I wouldn't even.
Yeah, it kind of did suck. I mean, the thing is, I didn't get it that bad. I was just congested more than anything. I didn't get no headaches, no fevers, no shivers, nothing like that. I had no cough.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
it was literally just congestion. And my mom's the one who got it really bad, but my dad's the one who started it. He got everyone sick pretty much. But yeah, anyways, that's why we missed out on last week's episode. But this week we're back and we're gonna be we got some more we got some questions from someone brought in. We have our own things to talk about, so we're a little more locked in this episode. We're kind of back to the
last episode. Did good though.
Yeah, we did. It did good. Yeah.
Maybe we need to do every 2 weeks. Maybe that's the thing.
We'll see if this one does good. If this one does good, we might just do every 2 weeks. Give us some time to, and maybe we could play golf in one of those off weeks. That might be the plan.
That might be the move. Shit.
That might be a good plan.
Oh, I got a new driver too.
Yeah, we have to do producer.
Did I tell you I got a new driver?
No.
Oh, well, hold
on. Hold on. Let me see. Is it new or used?
Oh, it's used. I never.
Okay. I'm trying to guess if I still remember these drivers.
Sure.
Is it? It's a different brand than you have already.
No.
It's not TaylorMade, is it?
It's TaylorMade.
Oh, it's TaylorMade. Okay, then the M something. No, it's not TaylorMade. No, I don't know. I have no idea.
Stealth.
I was just gonna say Stealth. I swear to God, I was gonna say Stealth.
Well, I have the TaylorMade, the M1 or the M2, and then I think you've seen me play with that one before. The M2, that's the one I had. Okay. And then I got the Sim 2, and that shit didn't work.
What's the one that broke?
Oh, that was some other shit. So yeah, that was only in the bag for fucking 6 hours and shit. But
you got to replace, right? Remember? You
went back? That's the thing about Roger Dunn. Like, you could just try out shit and just take it back. You always have credit for it. But yeah, the one I got one before this, and I just couldn't fucking hit it, and then I took it back and got this one. So,
are you on the? I mean, real quick, I know we're talking about golf, but
yeah,
do you change the angle of your shit or no?
Yeah,
to 15 degrees, 30 degrees. You know?
Yeah, I'm at 9 right now.
Okay.
I hit the ball way too high. I need it to be low. That's my thing. Yeah.
I think mine's at 15, but I never changed it. That's how it came stock. Yeah, or 11 or something like that. One of those things. I think it can go to max 15. Something
probably.
Like that.
Yeah. Anyways,
yeah. Moving on from the golf and that kind of thing, and we just want to get out the way. We that's why we missed last week, but we're back.
Yep.
We had a question from somebody. I don't know. Should we start with the question or should we start with something else?
No, let's start with the questions. Last time we started off,
we caught up explaining. Let's talk more, give more game right now. You know,
let's get the game.
Someone actually asked a question on last week's or not last week's, the last episode that was out.
Sure.
I kind of like this that I have a bat. I kind of like I can point and shit. I feel like a judge.
Right.
Feels kind of sick.
Judge and the jury. You're like what is that? You ever seen the movie? What is it? The substitute or like the assistant principal or something like that? And he just rolls around with like the bat and the motorcycle.
Nah, I was thinking more like People's Court. You know?
Oh, People's Court. That's
or
good.
What's the girl? With the lady.
Judge Judy.
Judge Judy,
AKA.
man. Bro, when you used to stay home from school, I always used to watch Judge Judy, People's Court, and then I forgot what else the shows were there. But that was my shit right there.
Judge
too.
Joe Brown, Judge Mathis.
And if you're in Spanish, Caso Cerrado, dog. You didn't even know about that. Jose Luis.
Jose Luis.
Come
that was
on,
a
man.
big one, bro.
All right, but
Jose Luis was fucking crazy.
that was
Is that
dude,
still
that
going?
was
Is that
crazy.
still on?
I don't know, but
I feel like that show had to be canceled.
it had to
at
be
this point.
canceled.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
The shit that was going on in there was crazy.
Bro,
It was like
crazy.
It was like a ratchet Jerry Springer. It was like a more ratchet Jerry Springer.
They motherfuckers used to just show up just to fight, bro.
You ever watch? Now we're getting way off topic, but do you ever watch? You never watched Maury, right?
Oh yeah.
Or what's the other one? Where like, You're Not the Father? It wasn't Maury. It
That's
was Maury.
Maury, yeah.
It was Maury, but it was someone else too.
When it comes up to 6 months, that's not Maury.
There's another one that's not Maury. That does
Jerry
it.
Springer.
Anyways, all those shows, right? Whether
Montel Jordan.
Montel Jordan's another one.
Montel,
Hey,
yeah.
look, but no, I'm trying to say. I just watched for some reason the other week. I saw like some best "You're Not the Father" moments.
Oh yeah, those are good, dude.
Those are so funny, man.
You're doing like flips and shit.
Those are so funny. They come up to him, yeah. You know, little, yeah. I'm the, they're all cussing the girl out, and then it ends up he's the father, and then she does the same thing back to him, and he's like, oh, man. Or when you're not the father, and
they start running.
Like,
They run to the back. That's funny, dude. I like when
the camera chases them the whole way.
I like when the fool has like big ears and the baby has big ears. And
Yeah.
It's like, bro, that's not even my kid. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, who the fuck are you fooling, dog?
Bro, those are so funny. That and Family Feud funniest moments. Go watch that
those are
on your
pretty good.
spare time. It's
My
hilarious.
favorite Family Feud is like, give me a boy's name that starts with
Jose.
the letter A.
Jose.
Jose.
Bro, you guys gotta watch that. At night, I've been
Jose
watching
is
like
crazy,
weird
bro.
videos.
Jose is crazy.
I've been watching weird those kind of weird videos at night. Like just
I like those. It's you know what I mean?
It's just funny, man. YouTube is the greatest, man. You could just watch highlight compilations of all this funny shit, man.
Bro, what was the question?
I don't know, but I do know now. But I just forgot. I don't know why I wanted to bring that up. But anyways, welcome back to Bees on the Pod. Subscribe.
Yes, please.
Oh, we're at 600, by the way. We're at 603, I think.
Are we?
Yeah, so we hit 600.
Fucking
Congrats
fire.
on 600.
Thanks, bro, man. I appreciate that. Get it to 1,000. 1,000, we're giving out the
10 free loops
10
and
free loops.
50% off our beat
50
store each.
Oh, yep.
Yep. So
I was actually going to do a sale this week for tax time. I think I'm going to do it this week after this pod is over. Maybe you should do too.
that might be smart.
Well,
Yeah.
50% off. Just because the subscribers, man, I'm fucking like stalling out.
I think it's YouTube, man.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that. We can talk about that later.
Sure.
But this is the question. Some guy had someone.
Sure.
I think his name was something Cat. He's commented before. Sugar Cat.
Sugar Cat.
Yeah, Sugar
I know
Cat.
that,
I believe is his name. Shout out you. Appreciate you. He does watch the podcast, and he's happy that we're back. But he had a question and said, give some mixing tips for people that record to a 2-track beat, because most of the time when you buy on BeatStars, you're buying either the MP3 or the Wave. I feel like more often than not, people are buying the MP3 or Wave rather than stems.
Okay.
Just from my personal experience, from
Yeah,
my
yeah,
sales,
for sure.
it's mostly just MP3s and Waves. There's occasional stems here and there, but most of the time it's MP3 and Wave. So it's a 2-track beat, right, where it's like the MP3 file, stereo mono or stereo file, and left and right.
Sure.
You know, that's what a 2-track is, and you load that into FL or Pro Tools or whatever DAW, Logic, whatever it is you mix in. And he pretty much asking for like tips and advice to mix on that type of track. We might have talked about this a very long time ago.
I think so. I think it might have
very,
been like
very
an
long time
EQ
ago.
thing or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I think just right now, just because I've done it recently and shit, like
Oh, it's true.
the easiest thing that I would do, I mean, just like, you know, if you talk about like the stem sales and like all that shit, most of the time people buy it just for like the license anyways, unless they really have to change something or they want it to be brought up on the board for some reason. Who the fuck knows? I'm not sure, but I think the number one thing that'll really save you is just having a clipper on it and then making sure the vocal is the loudest thing and then bringing the beat down to the vocal. I think that's probably the easiest thing. You know what I mean? So like have the vocal sitting where you want it to sit at, drop it down like 0.5 dB and then bring the beat up with it. I feel like that's without, you know what I mean? Because like you could sidechain like high end, you can sidechain the whole beat, whether it's like duck out like 1K or duck out like 10K or something like that, roll off stuff. But I find that just getting the vocal to a loud enough point, dropping it down like 0.5 and then bringing the beat up to it to where it sounds like. Also, if you have the artist there, they can kind of tell you how loud they want their voice. I feel like that's a lot easier and shit. Like, hey, that's too loud, or the beat sounded too loud. Just bring it down a little bit. I feel like that's the easiest way to do it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's a personal touch too. I would say right there. It's like how you just said with the some artists some artists would prefer their voice to be louder on some songs rather than the beat. But it depends on who's mixing it. But I guess that gives you your personal taste. So you decide. Do I want the beat to be more pronounced than the vocals, or do I want the vocals to be more pronounced? Sure. Usually people say like you want the vocals to sit on top of the beat is what I heard. I hear most of the time. You want it to stick together like glue, that type of thing. But have your preference, whether or not you want the beat to drive the song more likely than not, because the beat's super catchy and groovy or whatever. Yeah. And that's your style. So keep it the beat a little bit louder if that's what you want. Yep. So that's kind of a style thing. That's like kind of to your taste, right? It's no like set thing where like you need your vocals to be at -6 dB before you master, like nothing like that, right? You don't got to worry about that. Just mix to ear is what I'll say for sure. Don't go by the book or anything like that. Mix to whatever sounds good to you. Reference for sure. Reference any other songs that you are a fan of. Let's say, for example, I'm holding Larry June back. Let's say you're a fan of Larry June. Go listen to a Larry June song that you like a lot, and then reference it to yours. Is your vocals louder or lower? Like, do you like it like that? Kind of reference mix like that. That's what I would say for sure. When it comes to actually in the session of Pro Tools or whatever, and you want to mix the song, the one thing I'll say is look up Young Guru. I've said this plenty of times. Young Guru's mixing vocals with the F6 RTA. Sure. Super fire, bro. Yeah. I love that video. Like ever since I saw that tip, when I was back when I'm mixing like super hardcore, I would use that every single time.
F6 sidechain the high, or like that.
Well, F6 RTA, yeah. You let remove the side, the mono of like the you remove the mono of like 1 to 2K, so that way the vocals can have more presence and they can fit in that pocket. So you kind of remove some, let's say 3 to 5 decibel reduction. Let's just throw a number out there, and then you put your vocals now have a better, because the vocal range is like 1 to 2K, right? The telephone that pickup range is right there in that range. And if you remove it from the beat, then you have a pocket for the vocals to kind of sit there better and kind of fit better, so vocals can stand out more.
And the mono is like for center.
For mono, exactly. Because your vocals are going to be monoed.
For sure.
And then you have ad-libs that, obviously separate, left to right, whatever. But that's a really good tip, I would say. Check out that F6 RTA Waves plugin. This is not sponsored at all, but I just love that video. I'm a big fan of it. Yep. All the Wave stuff is really cool. They have really good top engineers that do a lot of really good in-depth tutorials and stuff like that. So check that out. Yeah. Another thing I would say too is definitely turn the beat down when you first bring it in. That's the number one tip. That's to be rule number one. Turn it down by like 6 to 9 dB or something, so you have a headroom for when you master. And that's another thing he wanted to ask is like mastering after tips on mastering like your own track. If you don't send it out to an engineer or something like that.
I think we've talked about this first.
Yes,
too.
For sure.
If you're in the session and you're mixing it to the 2-track, I would get it balanced first before trying to make up gain or something like that. Even like rolling off or anything like that. Like, don't make any drastic decisions until you have it level and sounding right in the actual mix, and then once it's mixed out and bounced out, then kind of take your time and subtract stuff, take stuff away. Don't be married to the mix and shit like that too, because like
you can always go back.
Yeah, I mean, Apple and Spotify, they're gonna dictate what frequencies they want to push. We've talked about that before as well too. Whether you're hitting the right ceiling, like all the stuff is kind of different. So just don't go over, I don't think, but definitely bounce it out once it's balanced inside the mix. That's what I would say. One thing that's really fucked me up though too, like we talk about like fucking with the hood ass beats and shit like that. Yeah, you might get a beat that has like the biggest 808 of all time. Explaining that to an artist can be kind of difficult sometimes, because like rolling off that low end. Just let them know, like, however loud it came on in their car, like that's the loudest it's gonna be without rolling off and compromising that low end. Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of people like hear the low end and be like, damn, my car sounds like it has a sub, and it's just like they don't have a sub. So like the translation of that can be probably is a little bit harder to deal with.
One thing the first thing that came to my head when I hear of mastering tip is of a quote I heard from I forgot which engineer this was, but it was from like one of those what are those Dave Pensado's like
Pensado Place.
Pensado's Place,
Sure.
one of those interviews a long time ago. Back when I was super into that. Shout out Dave Pensado, by the way, he's a freaking beast. Yeah. But one of the engineers they interviewed, he said something about like sometimes the best master is a great mix.
Sure.
You know, and it's like it's so true because if you try to master your beat and you don't like the sound of something, don't try to fix it in the master. Don't put an EQ and try to like, oh, I don't like this. Don't do that. So make sure your mix is pretty much you want it to be like 99% of the way there. You want the master to be like that last 1%. You know, you pretty much want the master to push out all your you don't want the master to put into what do you call it? I guess and push out all the imperfections. Sure. Make sure the imperfections are fixed in the mix before you elevate that and take it to the masters to where the master then just exposes all your imperfections pretty much. So make sure your mix is insanely pretty much down to the notch of how you want it to sound like.
Yep.
And then go into your master and do what you got to do.
I have a master
whether that's using limiters and stuff like that. I'm not saying you can't use an EQ in a master. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying don't try to be surgical EQ in the master.
My my EQ, if I'm gonna master something, like there's no pushes or pulls like below or above 0.5.
Something like that.
Yeah, 0.5 is like a drastic fucking move. Like that's crazy.
I think I heard that before by was that like Manny Moroccan? He does like no more than like 1 dB or something, like up or down. I forgot who it was.
This is actually from my teacher, Big Stu Brantley from Los Angeles Recording School. Shout out Big Stu. He has an old mastering video on YouTube. You could probably find it, but
well, that's sick.
Yeah, shout out Big Stu.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, but yeah, nothing more than 0.5. More than that, something's wrong in the mix.
Yeah. Well, hey man, hopefully that helps you guys. That helps Sugar Cat and also anyone else that was that had that kind of question in their mind and is afraid to drop a comment, because some people might be afraid to drop comments, or some people might be afraid to like some people DM us rather than just send comments. So we appreciate it. Regardless, either way, we want everyone to be involved and asking questions, because we want to make sure we can do the podcast, but it's like, do you want to listen to that if that's a question you guys want us to touch on? So, and
we're not saying that we're right, but sometimes you just need some other feedback. You can't add, if all your friends don't do audio, I'd be like, well, what'd you do in this situation? You got to build up at 7K. Would you take it down?
Yeah.
Would you side chain it? Low compression? What's going on?
It's like getting like a second reference. You asked, by asking us a question. It's like you have your thoughts on it. Yeah. What are our thoughts? Can you combine our two thought processes and yours listening, and then be like, you know what? Like I got a nice middle ground between everything I've heard, and then hopefully we help you out. A
lot of my college was just answering questions I had.
That
I always had, and
use us as your crash course, man. Just send us some questions, and then we can give our feedback, our thoughts.
And if you want to throw us on a little 2% for the master, no big deal.
Give us a little 2.5 each, so we're even 5.
I'm Distro Kid, just let us know.
Yeah, let us know. I'll drop my email in the comments.
Come on, man.
I'll respond.
Something slight.
All right. I have another thing that we talked about last week, and it had to do with me doing the video game stuff. And we had a conversation after the podcast ended, and then I told you after that conversation ended, I was like, dude, we should just talk about that on the podcast. That was kind of like a cool little insight to like.
Well, that was one for the homies,
Yeah, I guess it could. I mean, but like I feel like it was good to talk about, because a lot of people might be dealing with it, or could take some advice from it, stuff like that. I don't know. It's like more relatable. That's what we do. We just try to relate everything to people that listen to us.
Just two producers in the game, bro.
Exactly.
Trying to make
two
it happen.
peas on a pod.
Come on, man.
And but yeah, pretty much I was saying how I haven't made beats, and I still haven't made beats since in like 6 weeks or 7 weeks. It's like my biggest break I've ever taken.
Crazy.
A lot of stuff out of my control I can't really talk about, but like, it's just crazy. Like I haven't made. It's been so long, and not that I haven't wanted to. One, it's like I've been doing the video game stuff, and 2, the video game stuff is like super fun to me, and 3, it's like we said, we talked about this off the camera, but my number one goal was to get a song to produce a song for Larry June, and I made it happen, and it's like. And then that's what I want to get into the conversation now is like, well, my number one goal that I've been chasing for like I don't even know how many years, and I made it happen finally. And it's like, okay, well, like I got one, so like now what? You know, like, and I think that's what I want to talk about is like, my number one goal was to get the song with Larry. I got it done, and then I feel like that's kind of what how do I say this? It kind of made me feel like, as much as I don't want to admit it, it kind of made me feel like, what am I trying to say? Like I already achieved it. Like I achieved all what I was trying to get out, and I feel like, okay, I got my number one goal. Like I think I'm gonna move on to something. I don't have anything to chase anymore. Is what I felt like.
Gotcha.
Don't get me wrong. I still want to make more songs with Larry. Still want more songs with G Perico. Yeah. I still want Payroll Giovanni. I don't have that. I want like another. If I could do a solo tape with G Perico again, that would be super fire. There's still stuff I want to chase out there, and some other artists I want to have songs with and do collabs with people and stuff like that too. But my number one goal for so long that I kept chasing was the Larry thing, and the fact that it was with Cardo, it was even crazier. Like, my top 5 producer of all time, probably my number 2. And like I found he reached out to me and he wanted to work with me, and then he fucks with me, he FaceTimed me, he called me, like, and it was just like everything was happening. It was like
it's really like 5 goals in one goal.
Yeah, like so many things got ticked off for me, and and even goals I wouldn't have like to be. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I wanted to work with Larry, but then the fact that it was with Cardo was crazy.
Yeah, and then make the album, and then get the video.
And then the vinyl came out, so like I'm waiting for that.
The vinyl, it's like 5 goals in one.
Yeah, man, and I'm like, damn, like I set myself these goals, and like that was the number one for a very long time, And even with the when I got the G Perico thing, that whole like to do a 6-song, or I think it was 6. I don't even remember. I can't even think about it. But I think it was 6 song with G, and then to have that on a vinyl and.
Oh yeah,
like that was like a huge
have
thing
your
to
homie
me.
Buy it for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was crazy too. Thank you, by the way. Got that framed up.
Come on, man.
I got it framed, but I don't have it hung up yet.
But still,
I got it framed up. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's more than one goal for sure.
Yeah, and I think like that kind of. I know we talked about it. It's like when people save up for money. Let's just say your dream car is a Porsche, and you save up, you buy the Porsche, and it's like, okay, well, I got the Porsche. Now what? And then like now this is what I want to say is like. For those people that might feel like complacent or whatever, because like regardless if I don't want to admit it or not, I think there was a bit of complacency from me. The fact that I did get my biggest number one goal, and then the fact, and then that's why I started chasing another dream that I've always wanted in life to try and pursue was the video game thing.
Sure.
Since I said like I did my first ever YouTube video ever uploaded was like a 2012 fucking Modern Warfare 2 sniping montage type of thing on a fucking phone posted up on the chair.
Trick shots, intervention.
Yeah, and look, I'm fucking 12 years later doing it again.
What's the fucking map? High rise.
Yeah.
He's on the crane, dude.
Exactly. I remember wine off the barrel and I thought it was the shit. But anyways, yeah, like so, I was like, you know what? Over the years of doing the music thing, there's been other things I've been passionate about, right?
Sure.
Like regardless of whatever it is, like. Fucking mobile detailing service, like car wash. Like I was really into like washing my car and detail. Like if you look at my garage, like I have all this shit posted up. Anything I like, bro, I'm going all in.
Sure.
Butterfly knives, like I was doing tricks, collecting knives. Like I love all that shit. Like I just love shit. I don't know. I was really into airsoft guns, like just into guns in general. Like at that time, it was just weird. COVID like kind of helped, like was a part of that. Cutting hair, like I liked when COVID happened, like I was cutting my own hair, I was cutting my homie's hair.
Very passionate about the stuff you do.
Yeah, anything I want to do, I'll do it, bro. Like I don't give a fuck what it is. Like
you're a passionate person.
Yeah, I just like to just I don't know explain it. Like I have a drive, like when I want to do something, I'm gonna do it.
Sure.
And I did that with the music, and then I chased my number one goal, and it was with Larry, and now I'm like, fuck, what do I do? Like now what's next? I know. Like I said, I'm not going to quit producing or quit making beats. That's always going to be a part of me. But just right now, at this very moment, I'm AFK. I'm away from the keyboard, right? I'm just more on the controllers right now. And I'm just doing those videos and knocking that out, bro. And it's doing good. I'm almost at 300 subscribers, which is like doubled from what we talked about in the last episode. And it's just slowly growing. And MLB The Show's coming out this week. And maybe who knows if that takes off because that has more buzz because FIFA's a little bit slow right now. And I don't know, I just gonna continue on doing what I do and figure out the time to make beats when I can, and then make beats more of a fun passion thing again instead of like a job or like treat it like something like that. But don't get me wrong, I still love making beats and the thought of it. Like for example, we had some off-camera thing happen earlier, and I was like, damn, I'm like inspired to make beats again. You know, like
Oh, the record project.
yeah, like we were listening to a song and a beat for me and Hunger Force, and I was like, damn, like I remember when we made that beat in Hawaii.
Yep.
And I was like, I did not fuck with that beat. And then like hearing it now with like an artist over it and then being like, damn, like that's all it takes sometimes is like is that one artist, some artist to rap on it, or like you know pursuing like just that dream of like, or that passion of hearing like someone else rap on it, and it's like that'll make you really fall in love with it again. And then
Yep.
and then
but we hear some good shit, bro.
Yeah. And then but the thing is too, I think that what made me kind of, never mind, I'm not even gonna bring that up. Never mind, I won't even bring that up. But yeah, you bring up something else.
No, there's a couple of good takeaways. Number one, like when I heard it too, that was the first thing that I said too. I'm like, man, I remember I made this in Hawaii with the homie and shit.
Yeah.
I remember exactly when we made it and shit. And you didn't like the beat. I thought the beat was fucking fire.
Yeah.
I remember you had the sample. That shit was fucking crazy. But
Yeah.
it's good when people that are good and talented, you can hear them and you're like, okay, like I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because you've heard it so many times and like it'll really bring you out of the shits. But I mean, I think it's good to kind of back up, and it's not like you're complacent, but you know, you hit the biggest goal and you hit 5 major things. Like now you can start to get specific and shit, because if it's happened once, it can happen again, type of shit. So,
Yeah.
I think that's good. I also think that, you know, maybe you can, you know, now you hit the goal and it was a big goal for you, and like you haven't been making beats. Maybe just take your time and focus on the beats that you do make and send them out to the people, because like a lot of people see what you do and then they try to like reduce that shit to like it being like cookie cutter, and then like try to get to the people.
Yeah.
Maybe you can focus more on that shit yourself, and you don't have to worry about YouTube. And I'm gonna send it straight to the artist. It's never gonna see YouTube and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, or it's never gonna see BeatStars, because like I already have connections like that and they trust me like that. And maybe it'll feel more natural that way.
That's what I told myself too. I was like, if I do make beats, I'm not gonna force myself like I was, like I felt like, I have to get 5 out this week.
Oh, sure,
you know, like
sure.
that kind of thing. I think I'm gonna just make beats when I want and when I can, and make it like fun, and like make it like I said, like treat it like not like a hobby, but then
a passion.
Yeah, like a passion project, I guess. Like, yeah, like just like I really, really enjoy it. Not like hop on, I gotta make a beat because I gotta upload tomorrow. Like I feel like that's where I was getting to, you know?
Yeah.
And then but now with like the gaming thing, like doing pretty good, and I'm like, okay, if I just keep this up and then like seeing where this could take me, you know? Because when I first loaded up FL when I was 16 and I'm loading it up after high school and shit, like I didn't know I was gonna take me to this.
Yeah.
You know?
I actually think it's a cool thing, because I feel like subconsciously, like I've taken that approach too. Like I feel like I upload beats on YouTube, just like whatever I make and stuff like that, but I'm sending out more shit that people have never heard before. Like there's so much stuff that's in the works right now that people have never heard, because I've kind of like, even though I used to be all about fucking YouTube and being all about like presence, online sales and stuff like that, like I've reached to a point now where like the sales are cool. Like it's gonna be consistent. Like it's gonna come and go and come, and it's gonna be fine. And if this is the level, the line of competition, like I'm just a golfer producer. Like I'm like Jake One now. Like that's the way like I'm perceiving it, and that's the way like I'm moving accordingly now. Like if it's good, I'll send it out. If it's not, it'll never see the light of day. Yeah. Or it'll be on YouTube or some shit like that. Yeah. But I'm taking that route too, because like that's how people undercut, or that's how people get to these people. You know what I mean? So like I feel like that's the route now. And you're almost like doubling down on it. Yeah. But yeah.
I don't think it was out yet.
Oh, no, I don't think so either.
I still haven't heard it.
Go check it out. I already know it up.
I heard a new Ramirez drop.
Oh, with Les.
New Ramirez drop. Ellie Dollar's the first song on there. He's the first feature.
What do you think about the cover art, bro? He jacked my shit or what?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's cool. I fuck with it. But
I fuck with it.
Overall, the album, not for me. You know?
You're a big Ramirez fan.
I'm a big Ramirez fan, but it was that's not for me. There was like maybe one song I fucked with. The song with Ellie Dollar is cool. I like that one, and there's maybe one more, but other than that, wasn't really for me. I don't know if that's just me like moving on from that sound. Like music.
Oh, okay. Kind of getting over
It's like that rage kind of like that album at least was rage kind of rage influenced. And then he had like 2 songs called like Rehab, and it was like very slow and like I'm like, okay, yeah, this is not for me.
Yeah,
that's more of a like passion project for him for sure. Like those 2 songs or whatever. But
new music.
New Ramirez is out.
Ramirez.
Go slap that if you're a fan of Ramirez.
New Web, go check that out.
New West Side Web. Hunger Force is on there.
Did the last record on that.
Yep.
New Affiliated. New London Drugs.
Oh, I haven't heard it, dude.
You haven't heard it yet?
I was going to listen to it on the way here. I told myself that.
Oh.
I'm going to have to listen to it on my way back home.
Check it out.
Yeah, bro, the cover art is fire, too.
I fuck with the cover art.
I still think the first one's better. The cover art.
For sure,
The
for
cover
sure.
art.
For
The
sure.
cover art.
Yeah.
But I do fuck with it. My homie fucks with it, too.
I do.
My homie Eli, he told me last night, he's like, bro, you got to listen to that. I was like, nah, I know. I seen it, but I didn't, like, I was like, I'm going to listen to it. I literally told him last night, I'm going to listen to it on my way to your house. And I didn't listen to it.
Shout out Sean House, bro. Motherfucker's a fucking beast, dude.
All right, LA Galaxy's losing 2-0.
Oh.
If you guys didn't know, that's why I've been looking down. I have Alex Galaxy games going on, and they're down 2-0, so it's pretty much over. Anyways, yeah, but London Drugs, I'm definitely gonna have to listen to that.
Yep.
There's no Larry on it though.
No Larry.
No
G Perico.
No G Perico.
No Casey Veggies.
I know. See, the first one's got like the first.
It's got first one is crazy.
The
first one's
crazy, bro. Guap
Hey,
Dad,
you know what?
Guap Dad.
I had to let it. I had to kind of let it grow on me. I feel like it sounds a lot different than the other one, which is like a lot of credit to Sean because like, finding records that kind of go together. I feel like the records on this one kind of like all go together, but they're all a little bit more brighter than the first one.
Really? The first one was fire though. There was like some funky ass shit. Bro.
You'll hear it. You'll hear it.
Yeah, I might listen to it.
Yeah. It's like because the first one does have some funky ass shit, but this one,
Hustle.
Yeah. Oh man.
Come on.
What's your favorite one on the first one? Hustle. Really?
Yeah, because I love that beat, bro. That's like my shit. I love that funky
Town
shit.
Business.
Yeah,
bro.
Town Business is fire too. I like a lot of them though.
The whole album's fire.
The whole
bro.
album's fire.
Yeah.
I have the vinyl for the.
Oh yeah. You told me.
That shit's rare.
Go check that out.
Yeah.
What else came out that's new? That might be it.
Nah, Jimmy probably dropped something, man. Jimmy's always dropping.
Oh yeah.
Go check out Jimmy.
Oh, he did self-produce. He did the self-produce one, right?
Oh yeah, he did drop that, and he dropped a single with the Mussolini as well.
Okay.
That just
check
came
that out.
A music video came out, I think, too.
Yep.
A bunch of stuff. His show's coming out is on the way. I think in April.
Yep.
There's that. I don't really have anything written down for music wise that came out, but I have a question for you actually.
Hit me.
And this is because on your Instagram story I saw the other day, and I want to you don't have to say everything, but
sure.
I feel like you posted about it, so people have probably seen it or are interested.
Yeah.
Maybe some people are thinking, hey, maybe he'll talk about it on the podcast this week.
Sure.
So I saw you posted about Nico G4.
Yep.
And he was here on the couch.
Yep.
In your spot.
Yep. Right here.
How was that? Like, how did that come about? Where like, did you hit him up? Like, yo, like come in, lock in. Like I'm right here. Like I got my own little studio. You can come and record, or we can just cook up, chill out, like whatever. How did he get here? Pretty much.
Got you. I don't think I'm pretty sure he'd be fine with this, and he probably doesn't even listen to this shit. But a lot of it started from like the record me and 98 did, the fucking Get the Money. We became cool after that, and then we would talk. And then I used your technique. Send me your phone number. I'll send you a bunch of beats and shit. And I just flooded with a bunch of beats. And it was like a little bit overwhelming at one point. You know what I mean? Like I sent him like 50 beats type of shit.
Yeah.
But he probably called me like 3 weeks ago, maybe before I went to Vegas type shit. And he had called me and he was talking about like a bunch of like, just a bunch of stuff. And I was like, oh, like say less. Like I'm really trying to, just like motherfuckers really ain't working this year type of shit. And it was like, oh, well, I'm always trying to work and shit. Like I'm always trying to get to the bread. And yeah, he had told me he had an office over there and like I should pull up. They have like a little studio and stuff. And I told him too, and I was like, well, I have a studio too. You know what I mean? Like I have a studio at my house. If you ever want to pull up to the IE, I love bringing people to the IE. If you come to Riverside, you know what I mean? Like people always like when they get here, they talk about it. Like, damn, it's pretty cool over here. It's different. He was like, it looks like Pasadena. You know, I'm like. It's pretty good comparison.
Pasadena, where the grass is greener.
Come on, man.
Shout out my guy. Damn, I forgot who it was, but some dude in high school made a song.
Shout out.
He used that line.
Shout out Edgar. You know.
Nah, it was some black dude. I forgot what his name was. Though. Yeah, go ahead, man. Try to cancel me?
Nah.
The fuck? I'm like Theo Vaughn. You can't cancel me.
Oh yeah. Oh. But yeah. And then he just pulled up. He was like, I pretty much said, if you ever want to come over here and record or cook up or anything like that, chill, smoke, whatever. You know what I mean? Because like I feel like a big thing is just creating those relationships and being around artists, seeing what they want, what they like, what they don't. It's so much easier. We're talking about like mixing to the 2-track and shit.
Yeah.
Like we recorded a couple records, but it's so easier for somebody to tell me like make my vocal just like a little bit higher or just turn the beat down just a little bit. It's just those little small minute things, like they just add up a lot. You know what I mean? Like you can just get really precise of how the records come out if you just have the person in the room talking about it. But
how many songs? Okay, when he came, like how many songs did he record? Versus like how many songs did he? I guess like because you told me he already pulled up with some songs already made, like that he had already recorded.
Yeah, he pulled up with like 5 or 6 records.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say 3 or 4 of them are mine, and then I had sent him some beats, and he had shown up with 3 of them, and we recorded 2 of them. And then the one we recorded 2 of them here. He was kind of taken back too because like I don't have Pro Tools anymore, so I just recorded all the stuff in FL. You know, like these big artists, they're like used to like Pro Tools and all this
the
stuff.
studio standard shit.
Yeah. And I'm like, nah, it's gonna be fine. Like I was like, I went to school, I got my degree. Trust me. Just trust me on this one. You know what I mean? On some real Alchemist shit. You know what I mean? Because like I didn't know that he was like a really big fan of Alchemist, but he's also like a big fan of Alchemist, and that's the way I kind of interpreted the situation and shit. Like come to the crib, we'll drink a couple brews, we'll smoke, we'll kick back, and fucking if you hear some shit and you want to lay something down, lay it down. There you know what I mean? Like I see Al do it all the time, and if something comes out of it, it comes out of it. So that was kind of like just the approach. But yeah, it was cool, bro. Bro is really fucking good. Bro could really rap, like one take type of shit. You know what I'm saying? No fucking punch-ins, just fucking. Bro is really that good. Yeah. And the records we did were fucking stupid good, bro. I'm like, damn, dude. Like one has no drums.
What?
Yeah, no drums.
A beat with no drums?
Yeah.
Wait, but is that your beat?
Oh yeah.
With no drums.
You know I could chop.
Hunger
bro.
Force with no drums?
No drums.
Okay.
Don't ever disrespect the choppings.
Hey, is that gonna be can you maybe I can't say actually, I don't know.
What?
Is this gonna be like an album with you, or like what are these releases? Is anything like that confirmed or denied?
We talked about it. You know what bro is really good at? Bro is like really strategic. A lot more strategic than I thought. You know what I mean? Because like I follow him and like seeing how he does stuff, but like he's really strategic about everything he does. And I was like, damn, that's pretty crazy. Like I never heard somebody like explain it or break it down like that. So like he obviously knows what he's doing. I don't know if it's going to be a project. I don't know if it's going to be an album. I don't know if it's singles. We'll see how it goes. And like, I'd rather it be that than to, all right, this is it. This is that. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking, we'll see
it'll
what
be
happens.
what it bees.
Yeah, it'd be what it be. You know what I mean? And they fuck with it. They fuck with it. Bro makes good music. So it was pretty cool and a good interaction, just meeting people and then have them out here in Riverside and shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's coming from where they come from. It's just like the first thing that's like, damn, it's different out here. You know? And it's like, yeah. So yeah, it was cool. Not bad.
Solid little session. How many hours was he here for?
Probably like 6 or 7.
It's a good session right there, man.
You know what I mean? A little Corona lights, a couple jizzoints. You know what I mean? Just kicking it.
And that being said, man, you can do anything in FL Studio. That's why FL Studio is
yeah, bro. We recorded in FL Studio. If you know what you're doing, remember we were talking about like how long it would take you to learn and stuff. Yeah. I got pretty hip to it pretty quick.
Yeah, because well, as far as recording, obviously, because you make beats in FL, but as far as like recording, and you said this was like your first real time doing like a professional like session in FL Studio for recording vocals, right? You know, most people wouldn't do this with like, you know what I'm saying, somebody of like his stature, but like, I guess I'll learn it today. You know? Yeah. Like, yeah, fuck it. Because that was like a big thing, like, you know, like recording, and it's just, you know, people that are used to like, you know, the Sony microphone, the fucking the tube tech fucking compressor, and it just sounding good. Nah, bro, it was like all raw, like fucking. But I liked it. It gave it like that fucking like that Alchemist kind of experience. Like, bro, if it comes out, it comes out, and like, I feel like the records that we did, remember we're talking about, like the no drums and stuff. Yeah. Like I feel like it sounds like it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it, like the records came out because like. It sounds like he made it here. It's not like in a big studio. When you're in the big studios, like it doesn't sound as grimy. It doesn't have like that hood factor.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I see the videos of like Al and all that stuff, and like people just hop in the booth and record, and
Yeah, I like
they
that.
hear it play back, and if they want to go back and record it, they can. But for the most part, it's just that was the energy that day. And
Yeah,
like,
you're hearing the open room setting, you know.
Yeah.
But in the studio, like it's a little different. It's not you're like isolated in the booth, you know, kind of thing.
Bunch of
You
people.
couldn't do that because you have your own little setup right there.
Yeah.
But
I just turned it back around. I set that up.
Yeah,
I definitely set the gobo for him just because.
I mean, it's still a little different though. Than being,
Yeah.
like, closed. You lock that door and it's literally silent.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
super like.
It's all fucking quiet.
That shit's quiet. You hear a heartbeat in there. It's crazy.
No.
But
it was dark as shit.
It was a good session though. A few hour session. You got some good songs.
I would say recording FL and mixing. It's pretty up there with FL Studio.
Yeah,
there's a few things I don't understand though.
We talked about it off camera a little bit, but FL Studio is like the updates that I've had on it with the fading, the clip gaining, that like just those little minute little details that got updated on FL that are somewhat competing or rivaling Pro Tools helps FL Studio a lot when it comes to mixing.
The clip gain, bro.
Yeah, clip gain,
Lifesaver.
fading, those are the two things that like Pro Tools had over FL every single time.
One thing that messed me up is sometimes like FL will like record like some automation you didn't want to do, and like it popped up
to try to delete automation is like
crazy.
And
like you try to show all like that happened one time, and like I had to like improvise and shit like that. But if you're not familiar, like it might fuck you up and shit. So FL fixed that. I don't know what that is, but fix it. Any automation should pop up on the arrangement window. I don't know why it didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was overall, I think it sounded pretty fucking good, and just minor stuff.
Yeah. I mean, damn, I feel like that's kind of sick. Like the week I didn't come, you had a session. Wait, what day was that?
That was
that during the week?
Yeah, that was Thursday or Wednesday.
I thought it was like the week I came. I was like, man, imagine if I did come, like you wouldn't have had that session because you had to cancel with him, and then it wouldn't happen. So maybe I saved it.
That's true. I try to schedule stuff outside of that, and if it happens on that day, it's just like, well, I guess you're part of the session. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's worst comes to worst. Yeah. Because that's one thing too that like I had to be an engineer, and I haven't been an engineer in a long time.
Yeah,
it's been a while since I've done that, and it just like if I had to do it again, like I probably would bring an engineer to just record and just vibe out and just make beats and stuff like that, because it wasn't like it was working, but I still had to press record, I still had to mix and stuff. It didn't take that long, but. I feel like you're just more invested into that point, and the records will come out and they'll sound accordingly. I feel like they sound good. So
I have a question that maybe some people out there would be wondering as well. Sure. Did he come in with written-ins, or did he write while he was here?
No, he didn't write when he was here. Everything was like inside,
pre-written, like that he had.
Yeah, inside his like mind and stuff like that. But he never busted out his phone to like.
Oh
read it.
No!
Yeah, very weird.
What a fucking beast.
Yeah. To be honest, like that's why like the recordings came out good. Like I don't think it would work out with anybody else.
What a fucking beast.
Like like he already knew what he wanted to say. It would just translating it to the microphone and saying.
You know what?
Things,
Shout out you, Nico G4, for being a fucking beast. That's so sick. Because
Bro,
so many times
really
people
good
pull
at
up
rapping.
and just try to write there, and you waste 2 to 3 hours.
No.
Some people try to like freestyle in the booth, and you end up deleting the whole freaking session.
No.
Some people come with written-ins, but they have it on their phone, but then it sounds like they're reading off their phone instead of actually rapping. So I fuck with that heavy. You got points from me, Nico.
Yeah, bro's good. It was all based off of feeling, and like you could just tell, and like there was a few takes that I thought were good, and he was just like, no, let me do it again, and it's all like one take. I'm pretty sure he doesn't mind people. I mean, it's something to brag about, I think. Just doing it in one take and stuff, but yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
You get some insider information on the pod, man. You just see, you know what I'm saying? Nico G4 pulling up. You get to hear a little bit of, you get to hear a little inside of it. Not like fully in detail or in depth, but still you get a little sneak peek, man. So subscribe and like for that.
Yeah. Because I feel like that's what we talk about, like what the podcast is about, and just about 2 fucking producers trying to make it happen. And they don't have to come over here. They don't have to do any of that stuff. It was a long drive for him.
Yeah. Who knows? Nico G4 could be a listener of the pod.
I asked him to come on, so maybe he'll come on once it's all out.
Maybe he'll come on, man. We'll see.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of sick, actually.
Yeah, we could
be kind of sick.
Definitely. So yeah, I mean, if you ever want to invite somebody to your,
I'm trying to think of other questions that I can ask that people might be thinking. I have a question. Okay, I got some good ones right here.
Yep.
Does he come in telling you like, "Yo, use this plugin for my vocals" or something? Did he say anything like that?
No, nothing like that. But like when I didn't open up Pro Tools, it was
He was
kinda,
just thrown off by that.
yeah, he
Okay.
was a little thrown off by it.
I mean, that makes sense though. I mean, because he works with like real studios that
Yeah,
obviously studio standard is Pro Tools and like a
Yeah.
Sony 800C. You
Yeah.
know, I get that, but I mean, hey, I thought he was like, there's some artists like that. Yo, put this fucking R-verb at 200 millisecond delay.
As long as he didn't say auto tune, because like that's the one. Yeah, auto tune.
That's where it gets.
Yeah, that's where it gets tricky and stuff. And like that's the one plugin I don't have, and I'm just like, I hope. I knew he wasn't gonna say it or anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, he don't use no.
No. But I mean, it was definitely, it was cool of him to like trust me and shit, because he didn't have to trust me. And like when you heard like the raw files, like they sound like shit. I'm not gonna cap you, you know what I mean? Because like, but they're good takes and they're like good recorded takes.
All you need is a good take, and you can do with your work.
Yeah, if you know what you're doing, bro. Some of my best mixes, to be honest. I'm just like, damn, this shit sounds fucking good. But I think it's just the rapper, just good performance. If it's a good performance, you can, as long as they trust you and stuff. Because like, yeah, it was just like, what? You don't got Pro Tools? Like,
yeah.
This is crazy.
I had a question that I asked you, but I was like, I think it'd be funny to say on here, but like, I asked you, what did they order? If they order anything to eat? Because I was kind of curious, like what people order, like, are they like some health buffs, or are they, nah, bro, let me get a chicken Caesar salad or something.
Oh,
or let
yeah,
me get some chicken tenders from McDonald's. Like, what are they on,
Oh, well, he came out with this homie that works for Carrots and stuff, and he asked me too. He's like, I'm in the area. What's some good spots? And I'm like, what are you trying to eat? Like healthy Mexican?
Yeah.
And they end up getting like wings and shit. But I sent him to the sandwich spot. I'm like, hey, you want a good sandwich? Just go here, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can't go wrong with a good sandwich.
Yeah.
But it was cool, bro. It was cool, bro.
Yeah,
was
that's
really
tight
cool.
though. You got a nice little session, and now we have something to talk about on the pod.
Definitely.
So that kind of helps out the pod, helps out you, helps out building that relationship. So hopefully all those songs come out soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
And hopefully he comes on the pod one day. We'll see.
We'll see, man.
Hey, but I think it's a good time to wrap it up. A little head to toe.
Come on.
I think
man.
everything I had to talk about, we talked about.
Sure.
I can't really think
think
of anything.
we did too,
If we didn't, I'll write it down and we'll talk about it next week. But one thing for sure, in the comments, let us know what you guys want us to talk about.
Yep.
Drop some comments, whether like that Sugar Cat did. Shout out Sugar Cat for dropping a comment and question.
Yep.
But yeah, anything you guys want us to talk about, music related, maybe even not music related, we'll see. Maybe we should start doing like some like not current events, but maybe like something like I mean, we still kind of bring in our own things, like our own top. I bring in video games, even though we're a producer podcast. You bring in UFC. We talk about a little bit about golf. We do sports a little bit. Maybe MLB season's coming out. Maybe we'll do something like a very small little subject or something.
Sure.
I don't know. Just because we're not just music producers only. We have fucking lives outside of it and interests and hobbies and passions outside of just music. So
I switched over, bro. I'm a golfer / producer now.
there you go, man. And I'm a video game
/ producer.
Producer / I don't know.
Barber /
influencer.
Fitness influencer.
I'm gonna just
Trunx details.
I'm gonna start posting fucking shirtless pics until I get a sponsorship or something.
Manscaped, dude. Lawnmower 2.0.
There you go. That might be the wave. They might have to hit me up. Dude, I'll be kind of sick if we get a Manscaped one.
Oh, dude. We're like two of the hairiest potters of all potters.
Well, you're more on the hairy side for your face.
We got a hairy head.
I mean, yeah, I do have a lot of hair.
A lot of hair.
I did just come back. Bro, that's what I was kind of mad about. I had a fresh cut last week, and then I got sick.
Oh,
like,
no.
Now the taper's,
wasted cut.
Now the taper's kind of like not there anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to go back.
That's very unfortunate, bro.
And it's like, damn, my haircut's $40 to get my haircut, and it's like, damn, now I gotta, damn. Hey, drop me. I'm gonna drop my PayPal. Cash at me $40.
Yeah, or send us a barber.
Ooh, what if we that'd be fire. Get a barber to come on the pod, cut our hair as we do the podcast.
I know that one dude.
Because it's like ASMR.
You know that one dude who be cutting Larry's hair?
Nah.
His name is Sang. I met him.
Yes.
I met him at the Palladium at the Larry show.
Yeah.
And bro cuts hair good.
Might have to hit him up.
I've been waiting. I was like, I already got married.
Did you hit him up?
4.
Like, so did you get his information?
Yeah, we followed each other on Instagram.
You might have to, bro. That might be a sick ass little invite. Is he from out here?
No, he lives in LA.
Oh, but we can make it happen.
Yeah,
that's what I meant to say. Is he like SoCal? Like that's what I meant to say.
He cuts Al's hair.
We could definitely talk about that. Some
Yeah.
stories, like some haircut stories or something like that.
That'd be pretty sick.
That'd be kind of tight. And it's just interest that he has too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like honestly, anybody involved in our space, whatever you do, if you're a designer, a clothing designer, whatever it is,
she does hair too.
bro, we can do it, dog. I'm just saying, you have
Bro is really tapped in. I'm not gonna.
You have a connection that we can.
Bro is very, very much
try
tapped
to use.
in.
So
Yeah.
we'll see. Hey man, we're gonna do what we can on 2 Ps on the pod, man. Just follow us, subscribe,
Yep.
get us to 1,000, and maybe we'll get Larry's barber. What's his name again?
Sang.
I want to give his respect.
Sang.
Sang.
I think his name's Sang. Yeah.
And maybe we'll get him on. We'll get some live haircuts, ASMR type thing. But all right, guys, we're gonna end on a head to toe.
Cost you, bro.
Yeah, huh? He might have like a fee for haircut and a fee for he might have a reservation for a haircut and then the haircut itself, and then to be on the guest pod, you're gonna have to pay out of pocket probably $2,000.
Tax write off, bro.
That's all I'm saying.
Tax time. Do your taxes.
Exactly. Tax sale coming soon for Hunger Force Beats and me.
Oh yeah, this week.
All right, for me on top, I got the numbers Larry June Midnight Organic baseball bat.
That's a full size bat. You're just that big. Huh?
Dink. Yep. I'm gonna hit fucking bombs with this. I'm gonna look like Mookie Betts.
Hopefully not in the postseason.
Yeah, not last year at least. Maybe the Boston Red Sox season. But
that was a good one.
All right, I got no hat on. I got the. I haven't worn this jacket yet. I have another one similar to this, but not the same one. I do like this jacket. I don't like how big the LA thing is. It's a little too big for me.
It's nice. I fuck with it.
I just wish it was a little smaller, a little more concealed, a little more minimalistic. Yeah, maybe like a little.
Are we wearing the same shit?
Kind of, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not embroidered. But anyways, I got the Nike LA Dodgers jacket. I got the Ramirez Dickies pants. I got the Sock It To Me socks and the Hoka on the feet.
Come on, man.
I see them in my closet. I never wear them, so I'm like, I'm just throw them on.
Be comfortable. I got the undefeated, the Dodgers undefeated, the Malbon pants, and then the Huffs. That's it, brother.
SF Huffs?
Yeah, SF. I'm being SF.
Oh, yeah, you're heading
2
out
weeks.
to the Bay.
2 weeks.
All
in
right.
the Bay. Taking my golf clubs.
Shout out to Tavares, Diamond, Foley, EB, Best Bet, and some other people. They all were in Florida. We were going to go.
Yep.
We were going to go. We were supposed to go out there and be on the Florida trip. That Miami, I think it was, right? Mm-hmm. To the Airbnb, do that kind of thing. But like I said, my grandfather passed away, so we didn't go. But we were going to go, but they just went. So shout out to them. It looks sick. I'm not going to lie. It would look pretty cool, but we'll see. Go follow all of them because they're all posting like videos and stuff of them out there. So I think Diamond's going to do something related to that as far as content-wise. So go check that out. Go check them out.
Yep.
But for now, guys, we're out of here. It's been 2 Ps on a
Piss on.
Piss odd.
Numbers.
Adios.
Numbers.
Right here, man. I think it's that bad right here.
Numbers.
Yo, when I used to go to the play, I used to do like this.
For what though?
That's like my good luck thing. I used to go hit the plate and then like just do one of these like that, and then I would have the bat on my shoulder, wrist.
Yeah.
And when he's in his wind up,
Yeah.
I'm right there like let it go off a little bit.
Yeah.
And then just squash the bug. Bang.
Strike out.
Yeah.